We're back out here in the Daybreak Garden. Dave is on the other side of the garden because we're going to talk about our cabbage plant that we actually harvested earlier in the week.
Right, and it was a simple process. You know, you just cut the base of the plant off. We have another one here, but this one was really maturing quickly.
It was huge.
But I decided to take out the old one because it won't reproduce. But the other part is cabbage are always prone to cabbage beetles and some leaf diseases. So this foliage, we want to make sure we get rid of it so it doesn't infect our other cabbage plant over here. So it's important, you know, since it's a small garden, take the extra time to, you know, remove that. Now, like we said a couple weeks ago, every week we're going to harvest an onion and show the difference what a couple weeks makes in the size of the onion.
And we have another one right here. We still have plenty to go.
Right. So, now you can see this is really starting to mature, kind of look like one of them grocery store onions. Doesn't take much. I could probably just pulled it out. But as the weeks go on, this bulb or the fruit of this is going to become larger and larger, and it's going to be very typical of what you buy at the store or at the local fruit market. So you can see with age and patience, you can have whatever degree of onion you'd like to have. Now, you want to zoom in. Our peppers are starting to mature. Here we got some California Wonders. There's one there. Probably in 2-3 weeks we can get that. Over here, our jalapenos are coming.
Ooh, gotta love those.
And then our Hungarian wax, from what I understand, you got one off of that. But, you know, they're starting to come along just nicely right now. So, got a few green tomatoes down low. Fruit's sitting well on those. You know, it's pretty typical. You know, we're not even 4th of July yet, and we're harvesting. So, things are going well. The Mid-Ohio Valley's had a great spring, weather-wise, ample rain and warm temperatures.
We're going to have a bit of a difficult summer coming next week. So hot weather on the way, talking about those 90s. Anything different that people should do when taking care of their garden? Right.
Now, especially if you're into container gardening and in a small space, your container pots are going to dry out very quickly. If you still have young, tender plants, vegetables, or annuals in the ground, you need to pay a lot attention of moisture content. And I'm going to say starting Sunday through next week, it's almost a daily. You're going to need to be just physically checking the moisture content and watering thoroughly. Make sure when you do water, if you can, water early in the morning, so all the moisture on foliage and stuff evaporates and it minimizes any disease problems, especially if we get in some high humidity. Like I was saying on the cucumbers, they're heavy feeders, so you want to make sure even on your annuals, you know, it's been since May, now we're almost to July. You might want to top dress your annuals with a light coating, a granular fertilizer, and make sure, especially in container pots, you and they have good drainage, that you water until it just comes through the bottom. You get total saturation. Generally at home right now, I'm watering every other day. I totally saturate, and in about, like I said, 2 days they're dry again, because you do not want to overwater, because symptoms of overwatering look like underwatering. So things can start to turn yellow and starting to rot. So just physically touch the soil and see if it's moist or extremely dry.
Okay, sounds good. So remember, we need water too, so do these plants. Probably easiest way to put it. But Dave, thank you so much. Hopefully when you come back, it's not going to be too hot outside.
Now, and the other thing, real quick, we sprayed last time. Our plants are very clean. I don't see any insect or disease problems. So, you know, we're kind of staying ahead of that ball game and keeping things watered and fertilizer. A healthy plant is its own natural defense.
Okay, thank you so much, Dave, for coming in. And again, hopefully a few weeks won't be too hot, but of course we'll have more on Daybreak right after the break.